Well, hello there. It's Tyrone Jackson back with another hot video here for you. This one is going to help you make a lot of money if you actually follow me here, because today we're going to talk about one of the secrets to being a successful trader and investor, which is called allocation. Now, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel right now, make sure you're a subscriber because the next couple of videos I'm going to upload to YouTube are really good. I want you to get the notifications and make sure that you watch them. So subscribe now. All right, let's get into some of the mechanics of trading. A lot of people think that you're going to open an online brokerage account, start trading, and just make hundreds of thousands of dollars. You can do that, but you must have a discipline. You must have a structure. So today's secret lesson, I've posted this before, is really on the idea of allocation. Okay, so this is why hedge funds make hundreds of millions of dollars because of their allocation. Remember, there's a difference between a hedge fund, which is what's known as an actively managed fund, and a mutual fund that you may be putting your money in that is not quite as actively managing. They're just buying stocks and hoping that they rise, and they collect their money off of loads, which are fees that you pay them just to basically babysit your money. What I like to teach you in the Wealthy Investor Program is how to get extraordinary results without working so hard. You cut off your fees, but you manage your money. Okay? So today's lesson is about wealthy investor allocation. I discovered this 20 years ago when I first started trading in the stock market, and it has made me a lot of money since then, and it makes hundreds of thousands of dollars for my students. And I love it. It's called allocation. So just imagine with me here for a second that you're starting with $6,000 in the stock market. You want to be rich. You want to be successful. Your goal should be to take this initial money and begin the process of producing what I call monthly residual income from the stock market through covered call writing. You all know about that. I talk about that all the time. Okay, so how do I take this money and immediately begin to make money? That I can count on every single month? It starts out with something called allocation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and allocation basically just means what you do with the money that you have invested in the stock market. Instead of trading it all and trying to make a lot of money up front, I am going to allocate it in a way so that investing does part of the work for me and I can produce monthly trading income. So here we go. I'm going to take $2,000, one third of my total account value, and I'm going to invest it in Dow stocks. So in this example, it's going to be Home Depot and Johnson and Johnson. Now that gives me $4,000 down here to engage in covered call writing, which is the number one trade for bringing in income every single month into your account. But when I open my account, if I apply for a margin, I'm actually going to have more than $4,000. I'm going to have $4,000 with at least $5,000 I could use from margin. So therefore, now I'm trading with $9,000. Some of it's my money, some of it's the house's money, as you very well know. That is now going to put me in the position of being able to generate $500 to $1,000, depending upon volatility and which stocks I'm trading. What most people don't understand, and I teach hundreds of people a month, and I see the same mistake until they join my program, which is they don't know anything about allocation. They think trading is just about some wild strategy that makes you money and some penny stock that's going to run up. You do not want to touch penny stocks because most of the money is going to be made here not only from your $500 to $1,000 per month in covered call writing, once you get good, not your first month, but your third or fourth month in, you'll see this, and holding these Dow stocks. Now, I'm going to get back to covered calls here in a second, but I want to show you something that's really exciting. See, these stocks I'm not going to trade. They are allocated for investment purposes. Why? They have a proven track record of going higher, and top line revenue, which I always talk about, has been solid for over 10 years. Now, look at this chart. This is a 5-year chart, which you guys know I call the long-term trend. It's a 5-year chart of Home Depot. Notice 5 years ago, you could have gotten your shares for around $43.51 a share. Now, if you don't believe me, go to Yahoo Finance and simply pull up a 5-year chart. It's totally free. You'll see what I mean. The stock went from 43.51 to where it is right now at 165. You see, the market did the heavy lifting for me. It pulled up the value of my account simply because of my allocation. Are you starting to get that? Well, $43 twice is $86. That means within 5 years, the stock has more than doubled. So just look at this picture because this is very powerful, and a picture is worth 1,000 words, as you very well know. If I owned $1,000 worth of Home Depot stock and didn't add any more, we call that building a position, and I didn't build a position, I just held my $1,000 when the stock got right about here. Where is the 80? Okay, right around here, my $1,000 doubled. Now you see the stock is at 165, right? So I teach all these double your money strategies without being greedy. So from this point to this point, my $1,000 doubled. Now let's go back and take a look at my allocation. It's right here, right? So in less than 5 years, this money here has doubled. Now, as part of this Dow allocation, I also purchased Johnson and Johnson. Now, 5 years ago, here's a 5 year chart. 5 years ago, this stock was around $65. Isn't it interesting how the rich get richer? Because the same pattern has appeared here. So when the stock hit around 130, my money doubled. Wow. Doubled in just Dow stocks? Yes. Well, Tyrone, if it's this easy, why is everybody chasing penny stocks when there are Dow stocks that are doubling within a 5 year period? I don't know. I'm just here to encourage you to get the right education so that you have the experience that I have continuously and that my students have, which is this constant, the market moving forward, and we're not doing all of the work. Now, let me explain this to you because this is where it gets really exciting. So, in the last 5 years, this section of Dow stocks that I wasn't even trading went higher. Both of these stocks doubled in the last 5 years. Why? Again, because of top line revenue, share buybacks, dividend increases, acquisitions of other companies. And you and I didn't do anything but just let this portion of our portfolio double. Now, here's what's even more exciting. I have lots of good news today. We can more than double this section if we learn how to build a position on the stock. Why? These are our anchor stocks. When I first started teaching, I used to call these anchor stocks. These are our anchor stocks. They are also collateral for margin simultaneously. So when they start to rise, what happens to my margin here? It goes higher, which means I have more money for trading, which means that I'm going to supersede the $500 to $1,000 per month. Do you start to get it? Let's go back really quickly. These are stocks that are members of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, not penny stocks, right? Home Depot, Johnson and Johnson, you're seeing this magic happen before your eyes, and within 5 years, this section has doubled. I could show you how to do even better than that, but I just want to show you this is simple allocation at work. This is why some people make a lot of money in the stock market trading and other people have trades that go well. What I am teaching and encouraging you is a system that actually works that I created, which is the Wealthy Investor System. Pretty simple. Pretty simple stuff. If you want guaranteed money coming in your account, $500 to $1,000 per month, follow the Wealthy Investor System, become a cover call writer, learn how to sell in and out of the money calls. It is not that hard, but you need a financial education and you need to understand what? The basics of allocation. Now, there are other models here for those of you who want faster growth but don't want to lose money. I'm just giving you the basic outline right now. Remember, investing in Dow stocks will increase the value of your portfolio and increase your margin. Now, if I wanted to speed the system up and I was only starting with $6,000, some of you have a lot more than that in mutual funds, and you're losing money because you're not pulling in this $500 to $1,000 a month. If I want to speed the system up, I would add $300 per month. I pay what I call like a wealth bill. I'm just constantly putting money in my account so that I can get more and more money back in the form of monthly guaranteed income. And as you all know by now, these stocks have dividend raises every other year. So not only are these share price rising, I'm also collecting more in dividends. See, this is how you win in the stock market using the Wealthy Investor System, not some penny stock system or get rich quick system. You want more residual income hitting your account every single month because that's the money you want to be able to live off of. Now, remember, if you're a member of the Wealthy Investor Trade School, witradeschool.com, your goal should be to produce $5,000 or more steady, reliable, consistent income. The only way you can do that is by being a covered call writer. Now, most of you know by now, here at WI Trade School, I teach a variety of strategies. all in video form. You log in, you start your membership right now. You learn. In fact, I just did an updated lesson last week on the various types of allocations that you can use. Allocation will make you money and lower your risk. And that's what people don't understand. That's why it's one of the biggest secrets that most traders ignore because they don't understand the power of putting your funds in the right places in stocks that go up 100% every 5 years. So if you haven't started your membership at Wealthy Investor Trade School, witradeschool.com, now is the time. We are obviously in a market that is racing forward. Learn how to use allocation to build wealth and generate consistent profits every single month in your trading account, and you will be just like me, a very, very, very happy camper. Join me at WI Trade School right now and look at the lessons that I just posted all in video form for allocation. Somebody said the WI Trade School is sort of kind of like the Netflix for stock and options traders, right? Why? Because you could just watch the same video tutorial lessons over and over, and every week I will answer your questions in a video blog. I'm holding your hand to the stock market through the stock market so that you can do what? Have reliable big profits and success instead of just guessing. I'm Tyrone Jackson, Wealthy Investor, saying subscribe right here at this YouTube channel, but let's keep a good thing going and learn how to use allocation to increase our trading profits and our long-term wealth.